welcome back to Cars of Sweden, and I'm out here in the lovely part of the world. There's a nice little lake over there. Right, what have we got here then?
There we go, this fantastic Ferrari 308 GTS.
GTS,
Yeah,
Magnum edition, yeah?
Magnum car, the original Magnum car. And this is a 1979 model, so it's the last of the series with the carburettor.
What does that mean?
Well, after 80, they came with the GTSI, which is an injection system.
Oh, right, okay.
So this is a real, like, proper V8 carburettor, 4 Weber carbs.
Excellent.
Transverse motor as well, so it's easy to fix and get to, and you can lift out the whole of the boot lid or bonnet lid, and then you've got total access to the engine directly on.
Excellent. So not one of them sort of like hard to work on Ferraris then, within.
And reasonably easy to fix and not so expensive.
It's a gorgeous,
as Ferrari standards.
It's a gorgeous looking car, isn't it?
It's great, absolutely great. So they started off with a series of the 308 in 1975.
Right.
And they started off with the first, I think 700 cars were fiberglass. And that was a GTB, that was the hard top.
Okay.
And then they came with the GTS in 1976 and manufacturing with the carburettor engine till 80. And then came the GTS IS, and that was all.
I mean, it's easy to understand what the IS means.
Yeah.
But what about the GTS to the GT?
The GTB and GTS. Yeah. GTB was a hard top. Look at these classic Ferrari catches. Here.
Gorgeous.
And then they did a smart thing with the roof. So when you put the Targa roof off, you put the Targa behind the seats.
In a lovely leather case, Ferrari leather case.
Pretty practical for a sports car. And if you have a look at this, which I love. Italian design here. If you look at this little arm, that follows straight out, like this. Look at that.
Oh, right.
None of your Volvo or Saab where you have to pull it down. And you've got this nice little boot area here.
Right, so they actually have a boot on this car?
Yeah, it's pretty practical.
Wow.
You know, it's like an Elise sort of thing.
Right.
It gets quite warm under here because you've got the exhaust pipes.
Right. So you don't want to put your frozen shopping in there then, is that what you're saying?
You don't want to put your milk and eggs in there. It'll be a little bit warm.
All right.
And probably get scrambled eggs.
Right, what else does this lovely thing do? It's got a frunk as well, I guess, isn't it?
You've got a little bit of space in the front as well, where you've got a spare tyre.
Right.
You see under here.
Right.
So you've got a space saver. Yeah. You've got a little more space there if you...
Yeah, radiator.
Yeah, if you need some space for another bag in there.
Right, it's got a little switch over there that says on off.
Yeah, that's the kill switch.
All right.
For the battery.
All right. Excellent.
So, yeah, practical. But if you have a look inside here, I mean, look at this, classic. None of your plastic knobs which came in the 80s.
It's a beautiful thing, mate. It's a beautiful thing.
Look at these featured switches.
Right.
This one's got the AC. This was originally sold in America, so it's an imported car.
Right.
That's why it's got the AC.
Yeah.
You could spec it with AC in Europe.
Okay.
But it was like everyone wanted it in the States.
Right.
It's got a classic 5-speed
gated box.
Dog leg gearbox.
Oh, right. So gear 1 is down then, yeah?
Yeah, and up is reverse.
Right.
And if you look at the details of the gauges and stuff, and you've got down here, Italian style, they put the clock here.
Right.
So if I close the door on this, what's the time?
God knows.
It's impossible to see. But you don't need to look at the time because you're not going to be...
Exactly. Time moves very quickly in this thing, yeah?
You're not thinking about the time. I mean, fantastic leather. And it's got a, the retrofitted radio for the tape player, which is...
A Blarpunkt, maybe?
This is Sten's favourite, ABBA. ABBA best hits.
That's that's essential driving music.
For the open road. So it's in really good condition.
It's
really
gorgeous.
Good.
It really is gorgeous.
And it's a real credit to Sten, the owner. He had the car for like 15 years.
Right.
Driven it just in the summertime, and it's been really well looked after.
Okay, so what's happening with this beautiful machine?
This car will come up on an auction we haven't quite decided exact on the time, but it'll be 2 to 3 weeks.
Right. So basically you've got to stay in touch with the channel to know what's happening with this thing, because it's got to be once in a lifetime chance to buy something like this in this condition. In this condition,
if you're looking for a really nice Ferrari, been well kept, and just have to come and look at this. Just come here.
Right.
This is Sten's man cave. The homage to the Ferraris. I mean, look at this. You have. I mean, when we talk about service history, you have this thick.
Oh, mate.
With every single receipt that's been kept.
Yeah.
And also, we've got all the history from when it was in the US, with all the service history.
And this is where he lives now. Yeah.
This is
a homage.
The homage with the Ferrari rosé and all the Ferrari details. So Sten is a real enthusiast.
Yeah. And it says here as well, somewhere, Ferrari parking only.
Yep. Yep. So if you're looking for a Ferrari with good history, mechanically perfect and totally original. It's a little bit dirty now because we drove a little bit on the
way out,
small lane to get to the road. But this is a perfect 50-year-old present.
Right.
And I'm 50 in 2 weeks, so you can buy me.
Right. All right. I'll have to talk to my bank manager about that one. Right. So here you have it, the Magnum Edition Ferrari in excellent condition. Up for grabs for somebody who's got deep pockets, but believe me, it's a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So, Bill Webb will be the place.
Yep. Just bid to win.
All the information will be in the description of the video. So, thank you for checking out the show as usual, and we've had a blast today. Look at the weather, look at the car. See you all again next week.
Yep.